New tonight, we are learning a bit more about what happened after a tire came screeching by a local law enforcement officer on the Fred Hartman Bridge. We showed you this video last night. Well, now we're hearing about the driver whom that officer pulled over to help. Eyewitness News anchor Eric Barajas is live in Crosby. Eric?
Well, Melanie, that driver is 21-year-old Daniel Barnett of Crosby. He says he can define having a bad day. In just a few hours, he was able to fit in getting a flat tire, almost getting killed, and then getting laid off from work. While on his way to work, the Goodyear on Daniel Barnett's Silverado went flat on the Fred Hartman Bridge in Baytown. But little did he know life was about to let the air out of his day in more ways than one.
I realized it was flat, so I got in my vehicle and called OnStar because of the traffic, and they were throwing debris on me.
A Harris County deputy constable from Precinct 8 arrived on the bridge to shield Barnett from traffic. Debris, however, not so much. Just as Barnett is loading the flat tire in his truck bed, a 200-pound wheel broke loose from an 18-wheeler's axle and scrapes by at 60 miles per hour. As you see it again, Barnett says he saw the tire coming but couldn't get the words out.
A tire's flying by, and I tried to signal for him to move, and I couldn't get out anything, but what I did, he barely moved, and it nicked him.
He says it all happened so fast that once the big rig wheel flew by, both of them just stood there wide-eyed.
We were both shaking and breathing so hard that we couldn't catch our breath or collect our thoughts.
Life had one more jab to throw at him before the sun set, and the punch landed when he arrived at work after changing that flat tire.
I walk in the door, and they said, your job has been removed.
And you're kind of just like...
I'm just in a shock, like, this is the worst day ever.
Barnett says once he got laid off, he still had to go get his flat tire fixed. But he says when he got home, he didn't think about the flat tire or getting laid off for work. He says he was just glad that he and that sergeant were not injured. And by the way, Barnett says he's still looking for a new job. We're live in Crosby. Eric Barajas, 13 Eyewitness News.